Hey y'all, and welcome on back. Joined today by our classic friend, the laziest of sways.
Hello, hello.
I need to turn that down. Uh, that should be good for now. So when we last left off, of course, I just finished the time trial shit and had to
Yep.
go back through to finish up normal difficulty. So now it's time to start up New Game Plus. This is
Amazing.
something that I absolutely have to praise the people that did the HD remake for Shadow of the Colossus. You can take your normal mode playthrough and New Game Plus it. Yes, New Game Plus existed in the original Shadow of the Colossus, but you couldn't New Game Plus into other difficulties.
Oh, that's actually pretty nifty.
And of course, since we did original mode last time, let's go mirrored this time.
Oh.
And since we've already seen all the cutscenes with the first playthrough, skip.
Yep.
So hard mode honestly isn't really that much more difficult. The differences in hard mode comparative to normal mode are essentially three things. First, the Colossus do technically deal more damage. I say technically because if you're not shit at this game, you shouldn't be taking damage at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's very much a game where if you know how to go ahead and play it, you're this game's a walk in the park.
The second difference between normal and hard mode is not all, but most of the Colossus have additional points that you have to attack
Oh.
in order to kill it. With the final difference being that they have, of course, more health.
So this may may be in bad taste, Rage, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say this because it just popped into my head. Um, Hearing you go ahead and describe this game and having played it a little bit and having sat in for a couple episodes of your playthrough for the Mosquito,
Oh, yeah, Mr. Mosquito.
uh, aren't these games sort of similar?
I mean, in a way, yeah, we're a little shit
Yeah,
stabbing vital points.
yeah,
The big difference between Mr. Mosquito and this, though, is my stabbing of the vital points are much more lethal since I
yeah.
did just finish up normal difficulty. I'm going to be going in with the Mask of Power and Cloak of Force equipped,
Ooh.
so most, if not all of them, are going to be going down in 1 to 3 hits instead of the
Yeah.
6 to 7 that it would normally. See ya, horsey. I love doing that.
Amazing.
If you know where I love doing that. If you know where the triggers are, you could just do shit like that, and it lets physics take its course. And of course, obviously speaking, mirrored mode. The difference between that and regular is everything is opposite. Wow, surprise, surprise. Who would have fucking thought?
I do want to ask because of the fact that you played through normal mode and you played through hard mode. Um,
Way too many
uh,
times.
yeah. What's your favorite part of this game so far?
uh,
What keeps you coming back to it?
there are the reason why I do play this game annually, not just this, but also the OG on the PS2 when I have a PS2 that'd
Ooh,
actually work, are two
yeah.
reasons. The sheer cinematic nature of it all, like
Oh
just
yeah.
the run up to this hulking Goliath, is phenomenal. Just the sheer cinematics of it. Uh, Honestly, the ambiance as another mass. Hey, get back here, is another massive factor. Just, all the scenery you can take in. And honestly speaking, they're the real big... Damn it, let me up on your ass. The real big thing about it all is there honestly really aren't that many games like this. It's all essentially boss fights, no cannon fodder enemies that we've got to worry about, nothing. So we can already see a new point for our first guy here on his elbow. So we've got the first guy here, 2 spots, one on its head, one on his elbow. Whee! Let me get that head. Stab. Whoops. I should be able to make it from here once he stops moving for a second. Go. Ah! Damn it. Yeah, that'll happen. That's still one thing that's that I brought up in the credit final thoughts of this. Is it is a bit, the physics can be a little jank. For the most part, it's really good, really what you'd expect, but occasionally they'll move in just such a way that you'll go just flying in a direction that you're not even expecting. Alright, go to bed.
I think that's just the actual,
Oh yeah. I mean, all in all, though, it's still a very solid game, very much worth playing and completing. It's one of the few games that I will just straight out give above a 8 on the rating scale. I think currently it sits at like an 8.5 out of 10 for me, because it is just that solid of a game.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's at a really solid 9.
Naturally speaking, since this is the second playthrough, unlike the first playthrough, I'm going to be doing a lot of these Colossi in a lump sum instead of each individual episode being its own Colossus. Just because, I mean, y'all saw that there. That first Colossus with the preamble and everything was only about 6 minutes. So I'm going to be going through this a lot quicker. Really no point in having a 5-minute episode.
Oh, yeah.
Something I did not make note of in the normal mode playthrough because we were watching the cutscenes, but I will make note of here. Aggro here, the horse, does not spawn near you if you watch the cutscene, but for some reason, if you skip the cutscene, Aggro spawns near you. And I'm not entirely sure why that is.
I'm pretty sure that's for speedrunners.
Probably.
Because this game, don't quote me on it, but I feel like this game really loves the speedrunning community as a whole.
Probably, but it was also a thing back when speedrunning wasn't really that in-depth, because this happens in the original as well, where aggro wouldn't spawn next to you, but if you skip the cutscene, it would.
Okay.
Man, I wish I had the Cloak of Desperation. I'd just jump off this fucking thing. But that's a hard mode time trial item, so don't get to have it just yet. Huge note as I'm running through, when you do the New Game Plus option from the main menu instead of clicking continue to go into another cycle, you do not have access to the time trials. So new gaming into hard mode, if I want the hard mode time trials, I have to wait until after I beat the game to get the time trials open. So that is something to take into account if you're looking at getting the time trial shit done.
Yeah.
Hey there, big boy. see if I can hit this. Hot damn! So, Minotaur here also has 2 points that we need to worry about. I think actually 3 points we need to worry about. One on his ass, one on his head, and one on the let me on you, you little piece of shit. Yeah, there it is, one on his side. This is the new one. Yeah, this is what, honestly, this is what I was talking about way back when I was doing the time trials, back before I broke my wrist. Oh yeah, by the way, y'all, I'm playing this on a broken wrist, so don't expect the best of gameplays. But this is what I was talking about with the time trials and how I'm going to be editing them. It's going to be edited in a particular way because sometimes I just straight have to restart because the Colossus is just refusing to cooperate.
Yeah, no. That definitely just happened.
Example, I could have ended it right here if it just didn't shake its head. That being said, this isn't that much of a time loss. However, if it does it like 2-3 times in a row, which it can, that will very easily add up the time sink. And in hard mode, those time sinks stack up a lot quicker because you have technically more time to do them because it is hard mode. They do have more health and all that, but you technically have less time because they have more health, more points that you've got to take out high aggro. And yeah, it's a lot harder, so if you get a bad RNG seed, no matter what, you're just going to have to skip. Or not skip, but retry.
Yeah.
Speaking of skipping. Shut the fuck up, Dorman.
There you are, aggro.
Time to go deal with the duck. Thankfully, this game is relatively not intensive on my right hand, so the broken bone is a lot easier for me to deal with. Because the camera auto-tracks with me. I don't have to worry about constantly moving it, and the only buttons I need to press with my thumb, realistically, are triangle to get the horse going, and square to use the sword and or bow.
Yeah, because I mean, I had know you were planning some of the projects that were going to be like super intensive, and I was like, man, Rage.
Oh yeah, the other projects for the Year of the Undead, which by the way, y'all, since this is coming up December this year, the Year of the look forward to 2027, the Year of the Undead, where I'm playing a bunch of undead related shit ranging from Doom 3 to Killer 7 to potentially Bloodborne, because I did just pick that up. I was planning on doing Dead Space. I am going the wrong fucking direction. Forgot I was in mirrored mode. But I was planning on doing the HD remake of Dead Space, but no, not right now.
Yeah, you'll get it done soon, but you need to be healed.
Yeah, I am not playing a game where I'm gonna need to do snapshotting like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, come on, Mage, never kill yourself for content.
And this is exactly why I record literally years in advance. That way when shit
Exactly.
happens, I can just take the time I need. It's just unfortunate that I have to re-record this because I realized while scrubbing through my footage that 90% of the playthrough had the gameplay just not having audio thanks to something weird happening between OBS's update and the capture card.
Yeah, when you told me that, I was just like, oh no, Rage, please.
That was
That-
6 fully wasted playthroughs
Ouch.
of.
Yeah.
I mean, when speeding through, I can get through the entirety of this in probably like 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
maybe. I'm not the fastest, but I mean, with the items, the hard mode's gonna go by real quick.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But I mean, just
But still, 6 full playthroughs down the toilet. That's
well,
that's rough.
at, at least you are like well aware of like where stuff is now because it's all fresh.
Hey, Ducky. Rise and shine, bud. Let's see. Yeah, let's throw him this way. So I'm gonna do the intended way to fight this guy, unlike last time. Because last time I did the fuck you, I'm gonna speed through way of just making him slam his giant stone sword into the ground, completely bypassing the van brace there. This time I'm actually going to do how the devs intended and make him slam the sword into the metal gong here, breaking the van brace. Mostly because Dorman's an annoying piece of shit and he's going to bug the shit out of me while I deal with the extra points.
Exactly.
Gong.
That hurt.
So yeah, that's what your game dev intended on doing. And then you make him slam his sword into the ground to climb on top of it, and you can just straight climb his arm. But it's just much quicker to, just much quicker to... Got it. If you wonder why I jump up like that, it's because it's slightly quicker than running. And if I'm not sure I'm going to make it before it pulls the sword out, I do the jumping just to ensure I can get up onto his arm.
And a little bit of height helps.
Yeah. That's also why when running up that spiral there, I was jumping, because if you would, at those slight bump inclines, if you would have just ran up it, Wander here would have stumbled a little before continuing upwards, so it's just slightly quicker to run up instead of, okay. Why are you on its ear?
You should have fallen there. Oh crap.
I actually did that on purpose, letting go of the grip to specifically have him drop me down off of his ear, because that was just a bad position. Alright, there we go. So this guy does have 3 points as well, the new one being on his arm here. And being that this is New Game Plus, technically number 2, I've got plenty of stamina, so I don't really got to worry. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Woo! Not quite. Oh, perfect, perfect! Ah, I caught it just on time. So that's a little speed trick you can do. Instead of climbing all the way back up, if you catch him right when he goes to shake his arm, you can just drop straight onto the center point and not have to fucking worry. Alright, come on, you. Go to sleep.
There we go. Sleep.
Still by far one of my more favorite of the Colossi. I don't know why, I just love that derpy duck face it's got.
Yeah.
I fell on top of me. Oops. There we go. So y'all will definitely see me in this playthrough doing quote-unquote technically speedrunning tactics in a lot of the occasions, you know, intentionally allowing myself to drop for like a half of a second to get a better grip, that sort of stuff. But again, I just at no point will ever call myself a speedrunner. Never really interested me in speedrunning, and honestly, I just use those tactics because even though they are speedrunning tactics, they're also just make things easier.
Smart. Yeah. And trust me, loyal people, I have definitely tried. I have tried to get him to speedrunning for ages. He just won't ever do it.
Yeah, just I like taking my time with games, even if I'm speeding through like this, where I'm using the special time trial equipment to speed up the kills and whatnot. I still like taking my time, seeing the scenery, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Plus, honestly, speedrunning, I gotta spend like 10,000 hours to shave off a half of a second, when I could just as easily spend those 10,000 hours playing other games in the rotation. At least the out of everything that was recorded, I am at least happy that once I actually realized that the game audio wasn't recorded, I got it back on, so I don't have to fully re-record everything, because the most tedious part of this, the 79 gold coins to unlock the technically ultimate sword, the Dorman sword, I think is what it's called, that was after I realized that the audio wasn't on, and I don't have to re-record going through every quadrant to collect every goddamn coin again.
Yeah.
God, I hope this one cooperates like it did the last time trial. This, as I made mention in the normal difficulty, I hate this one with a passion, purely because of how much it refuses to cooperate. Get your bitch ass over here. Come on. I'm gonna be that mosquito on your taint. So I think if I remember right, this one only has 2 spots that we gotta worry about. Alright. Hey there, bud. How you doing? See ya. Alright, so I did make mention earlier that the Cloak of Deception is generally useless. This is one of the 2 occasions I will actually use it. After luring this guy over to one of the areas to get him into position, normally I'd have to hide over, in one of the side areas to get him to do shit. But with the Cloak of Deception, I can just pop that on and stand out in the open while waiting for him to decide if he's going to cooperate or not. Which it looks like he might not be. Oh, nope, he is. Awesome. Yeah, sometimes when he does that full turn from one side to the other, that just means he's gonna wander off and not do what we need him to do. And that's what makes the time trial be such a pain in the ass. Alright, now he's gonna bow down. And I'm going to take the alternate route up of grabbing onto his dangly bits instead of climbing up his ass. So this is an alternate way of getting up on top of him. Assuming he doesn't just fling you off for no apparent reason, because that can happen sometimes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm on you. There we go. And that takes care of the head. Now we jump down. And the other one should be back here on the ass. No? Maybe it was the shoulder blade then. Nah, the bell, this is one of the ones that you don't have access to the belly, so if it wasn't the ass, then yep, here we go, the shoulder blade. Alright, come on you. And good night. Or not. Oh yeah, it's both shoulder blades. Now, good night. Alright, not bad at all. 4 Colossi in 30 minutes. That is the limit of what I can record for now, because Doc's orders at most 30 minutes a day, or 30 minutes with a minimum of 3 hours in between.
Yeah.
But, not bad. 4 done. Just another 12 to go.
There you go.
We'll see y'all next time.
Thank you so much.